rather than rich, for the hopes of the instructed are better than the wealth of the ignorant. Epictetus. When dealing with narcissistic relationships that can seem imprisoning, the key is not riches, but empowerment through understanding the roots and developing strategies based in reason. Detachment becomes possible once we properly instruct ourselves on the narcissistic dynamic. And you are not alone. You are not the only one who has been through this. You are not the only one who has felt this way. You are not the only one who has struggled with this. You are part of a community of survivors who understand you and support you. You are part of a movement of survivors who are breaking the silence and raising awareness. You are part of a revolution of survivors who are changing the world. Let's explore specific ways Stoic principles help us detach by recognizing the true nature of narcissists. While painful, clearing illusion with truth brings freedom. We gain agency through wisdom. 1. Narcissists lack capacity for authentic love. If evil be said of thee, and if it be true, correct thyself. If it be a lie, laugh at it. Epictetus. A narcissist's excessive flattery and passion initially feels like profound love. We feel chosen and adored. But eventually, hostility emerges, trauma bonding us through emotional whiplash. Through honest self-assessment, we accept the obvious. Their praise was always about meeting their needs through mirroring or manipulation, never rooted in real care. Harsh yet necessary clarity for forward movement. Imagine a woman who dated a narcissist. In the beginning, he constantly communicated, showered affection, but he expected intense focus in return, growing cold or rageful whenever she had separate plans. His love proved demanding and conditional, more enmeshment than intimacy. While brutal honesty takes courage, it allows redirecting energy once wasted on vainly believing narcissists capable of authentic love. As Epictetus says, is anyone preferred before you? Are you less wealthy than before? Then you have sustained the injury. And your loss is of something which you possess the power to acquire. But apply now your rational faculties. What is there here that is tragic? 2. Our worth exists apart from roles. If you want to improve, be content to appear clueless or stupid in extraneous matters. Don't wish to seem knowledgeable. And if some regard you as important, distrust yourself. Epictetus. Narcissists explicitly or subtly convey conditional value based on our usefulness to them. Stoicism nurtures self-worth emanating inwardly, not from outer titles, talents, or others' treatment. Our essence stays intact regardless of attempts to degrade. Imagine a woman who supported her narcissistic spouse's career, raised children, and managed everything at home. Though socially praised, privately he criticized constantly, eventually having affairs he blamed on her inadequacies. She reclaimed personal power by defining herself not through external labels as wife, mother, or homemaker, but simply as a conscious being possessing reason and will. Contentment emerged from progressing in wisdom, justice, and self-mastery. Her value ceased depending on validation. Epictetus warns, never call yourself a philosopher or talk a great deal among the unlearned about theorems, but do that which follows from them, not ostentation. And when persons came to him and asked to be introduced by him to philosophers, he took them and introduced them. We demonstrate teachings through integrity of conduct more than words. 3 principles over persons. It is difficulties that show what men are. Epictetus. Narcissists constantly test equilibrium through provocations and violations of trust. Stoicism strengthens resolve to govern ourselves by reason and universal principles, not reacting mindlessly to affronts. Imagine a woman whose narcissistic boyfriend often broke commitments to party with others. When she calmly required respect, he played the victim with excuses. By practicing detachment, she responded based on principle, keeping firm boundaries around faithfulness and consideration. She assessed willingness for equity and ended the irreparably imbalanced dynamic governed by his disorder. Epictetus says, "Demand not that events should happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do happen, and you will go on well." Rather than struggling to change narcissists, we take responsibility for detaching from their disorders by adhering to our own standards. 4. Respond only to what you can control. Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are in our control, and some things are not. It is only after you have faced up to this fundamental rule and learned to distinguish between what you can and can't control that inner tranquility and outer effectiveness become possible. Epictetus. Narcissists constantly manipulate scenarios and relationships to suit their agendas. But peace comes when we disentangle from futile power struggles by only concentrating efforts where we have agency or reasoned choices of response. Imagine a man whose narcissistic sibling pressured him to spend holidays together, using guilt about abandonment when he made alternate plans. One year, he chose camping to share his passion for nature with his children. His sister berated him as selfish and threatened to cut ties. Skillfully applying Epictetus's, he avoided circular debates about whose holiday preference mattered more or whether her distress somehow obligated attendance. Instead, he calmly stated, "I understand you're upset, but my priority is teaching my children about nature by camping." Her reactions weren't his to manage. Therein lies the essence of Stoic detachment distinguishing control. We answer only for our choices, not narcissists attempting to dictate us. Trying to change them distracts from meaningful self-governance. 5. Discern carefully whom to trust. Be cautious in trusting friends too quickly. Test them first, but once tested, trust in them completely. Seneca. In openness and empathy, we often overlook suspicious behaviors from questionable personalities. Or as past wounds heal, we assume former untrustworthiness now merits unconditional trust. Stoicism advises cautious discernment. Imagine a woman who learned her narcissistic mother was secretly poisoning her own sister while caretaking serious medical issues. She had hoped counseling might improve their relationship. Now she felt horrified and betrayed again. Going forward, she accepted longing for affection, but understood earned trust essential for safe emotional intimacy with manipulative people. Kindness mixed with cruelty signifies cruelty. She adjusted hopes and boundaries accordingly. Perhaps Epictetus's warning resonates. Sheep don't throw up grass to show the shepherds how much they've eaten, but digesting the food, they produce wool and milk. Show your teachers not compliments and formalities, but by demonstrating the lessons in your lives. That's the real gratitude. We demonstrate teachings through integrity more than superficial words. 6. Use reason to conquer destructive passions. You are but an impression, and not at all what you seem to be. Marcus Aurelius. Stoicism balances supreme valuation of reason alongside recognizing destructive tendencies of unbridled passions thriving around disordered personalities. Stoicism provides techniques to break free. Imagine a man who would rage for hours through cyclical arguments with his narcissistic wife, leaving him exhausted and depressed for days. Over time, he practiced viewing confrontations more neutrally tests of character without personal meaning. When she attacked again, he concentrated on analyzing rather than emotionally reacting. Considering deeper motivations diffused irrational provocations sting. Weathering fleeting impressions, he maintained inner peace. Marcus Aurelius knew irrational reasoning holds power over us until challenged. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but your own estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. By changing thought patterns, we can overcome destructive automatic reactions. 7. Choose your company carefully. Be very careful whom you share your life with. Those who will drain your energy will also require it. Association with people who need constant validation or whose lives promote unnecessary drama, this will take its toll on you mentally, physically, and emotionally. Choose to associate with people who enrich your spirit. Epictetus. Beyond provoking misery themselves, narcissists surround themselves with similarly manipulative or dysfunctional people. Stoicism stresses utilizing discernment even in casual associations to conserve character integrity. Imagine a woman who left a narcissistic ex-husband but kept facing family exploitation, enabling his ongoing abuse during and after divorce. Energy drained, continually mitigating their sabotaging until she courageously restricted contact altogether. Peace followed as she deliberately cultivated relationships with positive, principled people instead. The contrast became undeniably clear. Epictetus emphasizes, do not allow wrongdoers to come near you. Associate with honest people as much as possible. 8. Master desires rather than expect others to meet them. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Epictetus. Stoicism confronts the myth that a person, goal, or circumstance alone brings lasting fulfillment. Even achieving long-desired relationships often ends anticlimactically. True joy sustains amid impermanence. Imagine a woman who left one abusive relationship for a seemingly caring new partner. But his initial charm soon faded, morphing into cruel insults over disagreements and disgust about aging. Feeling devastated, she considered had she escaped one prison for another? But reframing self-sufficiency helped her stop obsessing over why he couldn't cherish her perfectly. She found greater meaning through community service than what any one man supplied or denied her, defining fulfillment on her own terms. Imagine the freedom relinquishing illusion anything external fully delivers happiness. We gain incredible wisdom, accepting lasting well-being manifests through righteous principles made incarnate through wise, benevolent action, not demanding people or situations shape themselves to our expectations. Stoic practice keeps us free. 9. Cultivate equanimity for both pleasure and pain. It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own. Marcus Aurelius. Stoicism recommends maintaining composure in adversities rather than fighting or fixating on everything not happening as desired. Without calm equanimity during hardships, fleeting pleasures rapidly spoil. Imagine a woman briefly reunited with her narcissistic ex. Former euphoria flipped overnight back to disgust at his cruel insults. Her extreme emotional swings left her depleted and disoriented. Observing the unpredictable episodes, she gradually detached by neutralizing judgments around experiences labeled as good or bad. She focused less on dramatic narratives. Without bruised expectations around consistency from him, she developed resilience to stop internalizing his disorder. Marcus Aurelius knew the wisdom of avoiding turmoil by moderating attachments. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. In all circumstances, keep your soul serene by staying focused inward. 10. Grow comfortable alone. That which doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Seneca. While narcissists deride targets as unlovable losers abandoned by all, isolation attempts often springboard unexpected self-sufficiency. We relinquish overdependence on others to esteem ourselves. We gain strength through solitude. Imagine feeling traumatized when a narcissistic husband abruptly discards you after decades married. Alienated from marital friends, supporting his betrayal leaves you crumbled under rejection and loneliness. But peace emerges as you begin seeing the situation accurately. With support from philosophers like Seneca, sharing losing loved ones is inevitable, but friendship can help us deal. Gradually, new connections based on earned trust seem more enriching than proximity attachments. You grow content, relishing agency by yourself without needing anyone to determine worth. The bottom line remains no one's presence or absence defines our value. We manifest well-being through integrity of conduct, not validation. Stoic philosophy guides us home. You are a survivor. You are a warrior. You are a hero. You are amazing. And you deserve to be happy and free. Thank you for tuning into this video. I trust it provided valuable insights. If you found it helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on narcissism and strategies for healing. For a deeper dive into understanding narcissism and effective coping mechanisms, explore my healing program, podcast, and books accessible through the links provided in the description below. I'm here to support you. Always remember, you are not the problem. You are the solution, the change, the light, the love, and the hope. You are the hero of your journey. You are incredible and deserving of happiness and freedom. Take good care of yourself until our next encounter. Be kind to yourself because you are truly worth it. You are more than enough, wonderfully awesome, beautiful, powerful, and truly amazing. Your happiness and freedom are well deserved. Until we meet again, goodbye for now.